Welcome back to Building Better Communication Skills for IELTS. We're diving into some IELTS practice today, specifically focusing on eating at restaurants.
Sounds delicious.
If you're gearing up for the IELTS speaking test, you know how important it is to be able to discuss everyday topics clearly and confidently.
Absolutely.
So we've got some sample questions and answers along with key vocabulary to help you ace that test.
And what's great about these practice questions is they're not just about learning the right answers.
Right.
It's about sparking ideas and helping you build the fluency and vocabulary to express yourself naturally, even under pressure.
Yeah.
Think of it like a workout for your English conversation skills.
Okay, so let's unpack the first part of the IELTS speaking test, where you really want to make a good first impression.
Okay,
It's all about those initial questions that get you warmed up and talking comfortably.
like a casual conversation.
Yeah, the examiner wants to get a sense of your personality and how well you can express yourself on everyday topics.
Makes
So we're going to explore 3 questions that are all about your personal experiences and opinions about restaurants, right?
Okay.
The first one is, how often do you and your family eat out? Where do you usually go? Why? See, it's about getting you to talk about your routines, your preferences, and those little details that make your dining experiences unique.
I see. So it's not just about giving a one-word answer.
Exactly. They want to hear your reasoning, what you enjoy about certain places, and what makes them special to you.
Okay, got it.
It's all about showcasing your ability to express your thoughts clearly and give reasons for your choices.
Right.
Now let's move on to question number 2. What's the best, worst restaurant you've ever eaten in? What was so good bad about it? I love this one because it invites you to share those memorable dining experiences,
Yeah.
both the amazing and the not so amazing.
Oh, I get it. Like those places that you'll never forget.
Yeah, exactly. It's like reliving those culinary adventures, except this time you get to impress the examiner with your storytelling skills.
I like that.
They want to see if you can use descriptive language to really convey those sensory experiences, the taste, the atmosphere, the service, the whole package.
So it's not just about saying the food was good.
Right. It's about painting a vivid picture with your words.
Got it.
And finally, the third question. Are there any restaurants you've never been to but would like to try? Why? This one's all about tapping into your culinary curiosity and aspirations.
Ooh, exciting.
What are you eager to discover? What restaurants have you heard about that pique your interest?
I see.
Why do they stand out to you? It's a chance to share your dreams and desires, and again, they want to hear those whys.
Okay, so they're really looking for those reasons behind your choices.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it the chef's reputation, a unique cuisine, or maybe a place that holds a special significance for you?
So we've got 3 questions, each designed to get you talking about your personal experiences and opinions, all while showcasing your English skills.
Exactly. And remember, it's not about memorizing answers.
Mm.
It's about using these questions as a springboard to showcase your fluency vocabulary and ability to express yourself confidently.
Like we said, it's a workout for your English conversation muscles.
Now that we've got a taste of those questions, let's really sink our teeth into some sample answers.
Sounds good to me.
It's time for part 2, where we'll show you how it's done. Think of this as a chance to see those questions in action and hear how a confident speaker might respond.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll be taking turns playing both the examiner and the candidate so you can really get a feel for the flow of the conversation.
I like that it's like we're doing a little role play.
Exactly. So let's jump into that first question again. How often do you and your family eat out? Where do you usually go? Why? I'll put on my examiner hat for this one. So tell me, how often do you and your family eat out? Where do you usually go and why?
Okay, here's my answer. My family and I dine out about once a week,
Okay.
usually on Saturday evenings.
Uh,
We tend to go to a cozy Italian restaurant called La Trattoria, which is just a short drive from our home. We enjoy this spot because it has a warm, inviting atmosphere
Sounds good.
and offers an array of authentic Italian dishes that are both comforting and delicious.
I'm getting hungry already.
The pasta is homemade and the ingredients are always fresh, which makes every visit feel like a special treat.
I love that.
Plus, the staff know us by now, so there's always a personalized touch to our experience.
That was a fantastic response.
Yeah.
You answered all parts of the question clearly and gave some great details to paint a picture of your dining experience.
Thanks. I tried to make it sound as natural as possible while using some key vocabulary to showcase my language skills.
And you did a great job. Let's break down some of the words and phrases you used.
Okay.
Dine out is a more formal way of saying eat out. It's a nice touch to elevate your language.
Right.
And cozy is a great word to describe the atmosphere of a restaurant. It evokes a sense of warmth and comfort.
Yeah.
You also used authentic Italian dishes, which shows that you're specific about the type of food you enjoy. And mentioning that the pasta is homemade and the ingredients are fresh emphasizes the quality of the food.
Yeah, those are definitely important details to mention.
Adding that personalized touch from the staff is a great way to round out your answer and show that you appreciate those little details that make a dining experience special.
Absolutely.
Now it's my turn to be the candidate.
All right, let's hear it.
You asked me the same question.
Okay, how often do you and your family eat out? Where do you usually go? And why?
We don't eat out very frequently, perhaps only once or twice a month. When we do, we usually head to Greenleaf, a vegan restaurant in the city center. We choose this place because it provides a wide range of plant-based dishes that are both innovative and health-conscious.
Oh, interesting.
My family has recently adopted a more eco-friendly lifestyle, and eating at Greenleaf aligns with our values. Additionally, the ambiance is serene with lots of greenery and natural lighting, which makes it a perfect spot to relax and enjoy a wholesome meal together.
That's a great example of how you can personalize your answer by connecting it to your lifestyle and values.
Right. I wanted to show that you can talk about your reasons for choosing a restaurant beyond just the food itself.
You also use some excellent vocabulary like eco-friendly, plant-based, innovative, and health-conscious, which demonstrates your awareness of current trends and your ability to use more sophisticated language.
Thanks. I try to stay up to date.
And serene is a wonderful word to describe the atmosphere. It suggests a sense of peace and tranquility.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to the second question now. This one's all about those memorable dining experiences.
Okay.
What's the best, worst restaurant you've ever eaten in? What was so good about it? I'll be the candidate again.
Go for it.
The best restaurant I've ever been to is a sushi place called Sakura,
Ooh, sushi.
located by the waterfront. What made it so memorable was the quality and freshness of the fish, coupled with the chef's incredible skill in preparing each dish with precision and artistry. Every piece of sushi felt like a small masterpiece. And the presentation was impeccable. Moreover, the view of the sunset over the water added a magical touch to the dining experience. It was easily the most extraordinary meal I've had, combining excellent food with a stunning atmosphere.
Wow, you really transported me there. I could practically taste the sushi and feel the ocean breeze. You used such descriptive language to bring that experience to life.
Thanks. I wanted to paint a vivid picture for the listener and highlight those sensory details that made the experience so special.
Let's talk about some of those key phrases you used. Precision and artistry is a wonderful way to describe the chef's skill. It shows that you appreciate the care and attention that goes into preparing each dish.
Yeah, it's all about those details.
And impeccable presentation is a great way to complement the visual aspect of the dining experience. It suggests that everything was beautifully arranged and aesthetically pleasing.
Exactly.
Adding that magical touch of the sunset over the water really elevates your answer and creates a sense of romance and wonder.
It was truly a special occasion.
Now it's your turn to share a memorable dining experience. What's the worst restaurant you've ever been to and what made it so bad?
Oh, boy. Let me think. The worst dining experience I had was at a steakhouse chain known as Grill Central.
Okay.
The food was incredibly disappointing. My steak was overcooked despite requesting it medium rare,
Oh, no.
and the side dishes were bland and lacked freshness. Additionally, the service was subpar, with the waiter barely checking on our table and taking an unusually long time to serve the food. The ambiance was also noisy and chaotic, which detracted from the overall experience. Needless to say, I would not be inclined to visit Grill Central again.
Oh, no, that sounds awful.
No.
I've definitely had my share of overcooked steak disappointments. But even though it's a negative experience, you described it in such detail using vivid language.
Thanks. I think it's important to be honest about your experiences, even the bad ones.
Absolutely. And by using descriptive words like overcooked, bland, subpar, and chaotic, you were able to clearly convey why you didn't enjoy the experience. And you used needless to say, which is a great phrase, to signal that you're about to state something obvious or that you're summarizing your point.
Yeah, it's a nice way to wrap up a thought.
All right, let's move on to that final question. Are there any restaurants you've never been to but would like to try? And why? This is where we get to dream big about those culinary adventures we're hoping to have.
I love it. Let's hear yours first.
There's a Michelin-starred restaurant called El Cielo that I've been wanting to try for quite some time. It's known for its innovative take on traditional Latin American cuisine, transforming classic flavors into unique, artful dishes that are as visually stunning as they are delicious. The chef is celebrated for his experimental approach, and the restaurant offers a multi-course tasting menu.
Wow.
That's almost like a culinary journey.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by the idea of experiencing such creativity in food, and it would definitely be a memorable occasion.
El Cielo. I've heard amazing things about their tasting menu. Your description makes it sound incredibly enticing. You use some great vocabulary to highlight what makes this restaurant special.
Thanks, Kevly. I wanted to emphasize the unique aspects of the restaurant, using words like innovative, artful, and culinary journey to create a sense of excitement and anticipation.
And Michelin-starred is a great way to signal that you're talking about a high-quality establishment. It shows that you've done your research and you're interested in fine dining.
Okay, now I want to hear about your culinary dream restaurant.
I've always wanted to dine at Alinea in Chicago,
Oh, I've heard of that place.
a restaurant famous for its avant-garde approach to food. The chef uses molecular gastronomy to create dishes that are surprising and often playfully interactive,
Like what?
like edible balloons and dishes that emit aromas as they're served. I'm drawn to the idea of a meal being not just food, but an immersive experience that engages all the senses. It's not just about taste, but also about curiosity and wonder, and I believe dining at Alinea would be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Edible balloons. Now that's what I call taking dining to a whole new level. Your description makes Alinea sound like a truly unique and unforgettable experience.
That was my goal. I wanted to emphasize the experimental and innovative nature of the restaurant.
And you did a fantastic job using vocabulary like avant-garde, molecular gastronomy, playfully interactive, and immersive experience. It's clear that you're passionate about food and have a sophisticated vocabulary to describe it.
Thank you.
Now that we've explored those delicious sample answers, let's take a moment to savor the key ingredients,
Okay.
the vocabulary and phrases that can really spice up your IELTS responses.
It's like having a culinary glossary at your fingertips.
Yeah, ready to add flavor to your language.
I like that analogy.
So let's recap some of those tasty words and phrases we encountered today, starting with dine out.
Okay.
It's a more formal and elegant way to say eat out.
Right.
It's a great way to showcase your vocabulary range.
It makes you sound more sophisticated.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Then we have cozy, which is perfect for describing a restaurant with a warm, inviting atmosphere.
Yeah, it paints a picture of comfort and relaxation.
Authentic is another key word.
Uh-huh.
When you want to emphasize that a restaurant serves genuine dishes true to their origin.
Right, like those authentic Italian dishes we talked about.
And who can resist homemade food?
Homemade is always best.
It evokes a sense of tradition and care, like those delicious homemade pasta dishes made with love.
Makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Speaking of which, fresh ingredients is a must-have phrase for any foodie.
Absolutely.
It signifies quality and highlights the use of seasonal produce.
You can really taste the difference.
Personalized touch is a great phrase to describe those little extras that make a dining experience memorable.
Yeah, it's all about those special details.
It could be anything from a friendly greeting to a special recommendation from the staff.
Those little things can really make a difference.
And let's not forget those health-conscious terms that are becoming increasingly important these days. Eco-friendly is a great way to describe a restaurant that's mindful of its environmental impact.
It shows that they care about sustainability.
Exactly. Plant-based is another buzzword that's here to stay. It's perfect for describing restaurants that cater to vegan and vegetarian diets with delicious and innovative dishes.
And there are so many amazing plant-based options available now.
Innovative itself is a great word to use when you want to emphasize creativity and originality in a restaurant's menu or approach to food. It suggests something exciting and different.
It's like they're pushing the boundaries of culinary art.
And health-conscious is a useful term to describe restaurants that prioritize healthy ingredients and cooking methods. It shows that you're aware of the importance of well-being.
It's all about balance.
Now remember, these are just a few examples. There's a whole world of vocabulary out there waiting to be explored.
So true.
So pay attention to those descriptive words and phrases you encounter when reading about food or dining out.
Like food blogs and restaurant reviews.
Yeah, the more you expand your vocabulary, the more confident and fluent you'll become when talking about restaurants in your IELTS speaking test. And don't be afraid to use those words in your everyday conversations too.
Exactly. It's all about practice.
It's like working those language muscles. The more you practice, the stronger they become. So the next time you're out for a meal, really pay attention to the ambiance, the service, and the food itself. How would you describe it in English?
Challenge yourself to use those descriptive words and phrases we've discussed today. And remember, the IELTS speaking test is all about showing off your communication skills. So relax, be yourself, and let your personality shine through. You got this.
We hope this deep dive has given you the confidence and vocabulary you need to ace that IELTS speaking test. Remember, practice makes perfect. So keep those conversations flowing and those taste buds tingling.